Pop Punk and Pizza podcast is presented by Pop Punk Takeout, which is a monthly subscription box that delivers pop punk merchandise from artists from all over the world right to your door in a takeout box. They've worked with such artists as MXPX, Krista Makes of Less Than Jake, Keep Flying, and so many others. So sign up today at poppunktakeout.com and also follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Pop Punk Takeout.
I'm going out, I gotta go. I'll bang a rang on the radio. So turn it up, I'm telling you. I think I'm ready for something new. Hey, hello, it's nice to meet ya. Hey, come in and have a slice of pizza. Hey, hello, it's nice to meet ya. Hey, come in and have a slice of pizza.
You're listening to Pop Punk and Pizza with Jacques Lamour.
Hello and welcome to Pop Punk and Pizza podcast. I'm, of course, Jacques Lamour, your host. It's so great to have you here and be back this week. Once again, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we don't have any technical difficulties or issues during the live stream version here. The last couple weeks, it's just been crazy. I got this new computer, and the first week I used it, it made everyone sound like they were Darth Vader for some reason. And now I'm back to using my laptop for the meantime, where it actually sounds normal. But that's obviously not why you're here today. You are here to hear a fun conversation with a brand new Chicago area alternative punk group that is with us here in the studio today for another pizza eating edition of Pop Punk and Pizza podcast. I feel like it's so weird to still be in person actually having pizza with people, but I'm so excited that it's actually happening. Let's please welcome, we have Jimmy, Arnley, and Connor of the Neverafter. Welcome, guys.
Hey,
Thanks for having us.
Of course, it's great to have you here. Thank you for driving. You know, I'm like an hour south of Chicago. You guys are from like the Chicago area, the burbs. So
you've been to my house.
I have been to your house. Yeah,
I'm removed from the world.
I guess I don't live in the rural part, but I'm still like far enough from like the everything. Yeah. So I can like relate to you, because when I went out to your house that one time, I'm like, oh yeah, like I totally get where he's at,
Constantly having to explain how to get there and where to go, and they just go to the neighbor's house like every time. Like, all right,
and that I got lost too.
Yep.
Remember? And of course it was snowing.
Oh yeah.
That time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you came out in like February. Yeah, sorry to hijack this, guys.
Yeah, no, you're all good. So this was actually kind of long overdue. I've been meaning to have Connor on because he had me on Star of the Arts, which is his podcast.
Great
and
podcast.
Great podcast. It is a great podcast. Yeah, let's.
Don't stroke me. Thank you, everybody. Please, really, hold the applause. Seriously.
And what was so weird is that was right before shit hit the fan.
That was
with the pandemic.
That feels like so long ago.
Yeah, and also when I was on too, I was actually like on hiatus or whatever from Pop Punk and Pizza.
Right, yeah.
And now it's I'm back doing shows, and that's been going on for over a year now. But so it's just kind of a strange time.
Yeah, it was really weird.
Yeah. And I don't even. That was January or February of 2020.
Yeah, it was like you said, it was like a couple weeks before everything just took a dump.
Yeah,
and
it feels like it was 5 years ago.
It really does. I was literally telling him, I was like, yeah, I think that was like 2 or 3 years ago he was on my podcast. Like
this is last year.
Yeah, it's like 6 months ago.
It's just a year ago, But the last year and a half, it feels like it's been forever.
Like we went through like Thanos snapped his fingers. Isn't that weird?
Yeah,
That's so weird.
Just like that.
We went through our own blip.
I want you guys to go ahead and dive in. You don't have to wait for me. We've got as far as the pizza goes, that's what I'm referring to. We have Chicago Dough in front of us, which is a small chain. They have a couple different.
Tasty.
It's one of my favorites.
Pass the plate.
It's they've got a location here in Bourbonnais by my house, and then they've got one in New Lenox, and then one in I think it's Richton Park. So they're more closer to me than where where
Wherever the
you
hell
guys
is, yeah.
were. Yeah, but it's amazing pizza, and I hope you guys dig it. It's I got pepperoni as you requested. We've got PBR
Cannot go
flowing
wrong.
already, so.
Oh
this
yeah,
way?
the river, the PBR river flows. man.
So it's flowing. It's as I say the punk rock of beers, and it's been a long time. I feel like since I've had this new of a band on the
Yeah,
podcast.
we just came
It-
out like
It hasn't even been a month. It hasn't been a month.
it's been
Well-
less than a week. Actually,
Well,
right?
since the single, but before that,
oh
you-
yeah,
I mean,
barely-
didn't
May,
you?
June?
The band was announced though in what, September, right?
yeah,
Just
something
about
like
a month
that.
ago.
Yeah, it's all started like back in May and just kind of snowballed from there. And then we had this one single recorded and then announced ourselves in like, when was that?
Like September.
Yeah.
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 And here we are, October 20th.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
It's wild.
yeah, it really is. So what brought Connor? I know you come from Arabella, which is a really great if you're into harder music.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like a lot of pop punk fans are like yourself, because I remember when you had me on your podcast. You're obviously coming from that harder music background, but we were talking about how much you
Yeah.
love pop punk and stuff like
Right.
that too, which is probably why you started the Neverafter, right?
I actually did not start the Neverafter.
No, it was
I-
a Jimmy
it
or
was this
Arnley?
guy
It was
right
Arnley,
here.
okay.
Yeah, it was. I started through a Facebook post, and it was like, I want to write 2005 emo music.
Okay.
So I put that out, and then the next day, Pat came over, the other guitarist, and we wrote Distress Call in my little studio at home. And then was it 2 months or a month later, I hit it.
Yeah, it was like a month or so later.
I hit up Connor's like, hey, you can sing, right? And then I gave him the demo, and he put lyrics over it within a week or a couple days.
Yeah, he sent that to me. Sorry, everybody, just listening to
No,
ASMR sessions of me
Hey,
eating.
that's how it goes. That's all part of the atmosphere. Makes it feel like the person is right here in the room with
Yeah,
us.
just with
I
their
just
throat or
I
with
just
their
wish
ear.
we
It's like,
could get that smell, that wonderful smell through the microphones
Yeah.
right now.
No, Arnley sent me the demo, and I just ran I wrote lyrics to it. Some of it was just kind of rough, just spitballing type stuff.
Now, when Arnley texted you, or Arnley, when you texted Connor, was it just like, oh, I know he can sing, or was it like, hey, do you want to join this band?
It was.
Well, you had just shot the Arabella video.
I shot the Arabella video a month before or 2 months before, and that's when I found out he could sing.
Okay.
And then I sent it to him. I was like, hey, you can sing. Right to this.
So it was like, do you want to be in this?
Yeah, it
This
was.
new
It was
band.
meant to be a fun side project. Let's just do it for fun.
So what are you in another band as well?
I was a touring guitarist for this band called Capture.
Oh, Capture?
yeah.
Okay.
This
That's
was
sounds familiar.
yeah. It was about that fizzled out a year ago.
Okay.
So
So-
this is the main thing now.
For you. Okay.
Yeah.
And how about you, Jimmy? How did you get involved in the Neverafter?
Yeah. So
I like how they immediately start laughing.
I don't know
like
why
there-
we're laughing.
There's
It's
got
not
to
I
be.
don't
it's
even
not a
know.
cool
There's,
story.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
it's
say,
not- it's-
you made it. You made it
Connor's
We
sound
found
very.
him. He was strung out in the streets of San Francisco.
Yeah,
he was
bro.
fucked up.
We saved
Row.
him. We saved him.
no. So my story is not as intricate as not intricate, but as special as Connor and Arnley's.
I bet that's not true.
Well, the thing is me and Arnley go way back. Me and Arnley have been homies for almost 15 years now.
Way over 15.
I met this dude because we grew up in the suburbs playing shows together in bands and stuff, and Paramore on their was it the Riot? No, was it Riot? I don't know if it was the Riot tour. It was so they weren't the Paramore that they are today, size wise, and they were playing an acoustic set
Saw 'em
at
in the
Willow
Golden
Creek
Era,
Church.
They were playing an acoustic,
An
set,
acoustic
at,
set
a church?
at a church, yeah. And
I had
Arnley
just turned 16.
yeah,
so I
and
could
so he had
drive.
his license, so
man.
he was supposed to drive me. but this motherfucker slept in, and we didn't go to the show. So,
Dude.
but ever since then, we've been homies ever since
You,
then.
how did you get over that? How did you? I wouldn't have been able to get past that. I would have been like,
Yeah,
dude,
man.
look. I would be
We are
holding
not
that
friends anymore.
over. Yeah, I'd be holding that over his
Yeah.
head, like, dude, like, do you see how big Paramore is now?
Right,
And we could have
yeah.
saw them play acoustic.
Yeah.
With like 10 other people.
I mean, it's a good story.
It's a great
It is a good
story. Great story for the start of a friendship. I'll tell you that.
so
But yeah,
that would have been
so-
like 2006.
So you were freshly 16, which
Yeah.
makes me like I was probably like 14 maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. So and then all throughout the years since then, we've done a bunch of shit together. We've written demos for bands that never were anything. We've started bands that fell through right away. We've started bands. I was in a band called Syriana, and Arnley was our merch guy. So we toured together. And then yeah, so we just been always kind of been. One day we'll just be, what you doing today? Want to write a song? All right, cool. So naturally, he got this put together, and he just sends me it with Connor on it, and he goes, yo, you know Connor, right? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, check this song out. I'm like, oh, shit. And at this point, I only know Connor singing from Arabella. I've never heard him, like, fully sing a song other
Build
than,
that
you know,
shit.
like, yeah, you know, like, because, you know, your singing is limited in other genres, like Arabella, which is not a bad thing. But, anyways,
Anyway,
so I heard that shit and I was like, oh, word. He's like, yeah, you want to play bass on it? And I'm like, all right, cool.
and this is right when he transitioned to guitar.
Yeah, so
Okay.
like 5 years ago, I don't know. I had another band called Spit that broke up, and after that, I kind of focused on being a guitar player. So I have another band, cheap plug, Tragic Figures. Check us out. We don't have a Facebook page, but we have a Bandcamp.
I mean, that's the important thing. Is at least you have a band camp.
Yeah,
you know.
Spotify, all that. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I had been very adamant on like trying to focus on guitar, but obviously I heard the song and I was like, yes, I'm definitely down to play bass with this, man.
Well, dude, if you remember, like, I think now at this point, it's like a year and a half ago.
Oh yeah,
I hit you
yeah.
up to do a side project because, you know, Arabella was putting out The Familiar Gray, and we were focused on that. But like, I'd always really liked the idea of fronting like a pop punk band. So
It was with Tim too, right?
it was
the
with
same,
Tim, yeah.
it was Tim. So yeah,
Tim,
it still
our
worked
drummer,
out.
who is not present, we'll like Photoshop him in or something.
Yeah.
No, him and I were in a messenger chat from just with like a random group of other people. I don't know if you've ever heard of the band Low Country.
Yeah. They're from Northwest Indiana, right?
Oh yeah, shout
Yeah.
out one time, Low
Are,
Country.
are they still? Didn't they? No, that was someone else
No.
that broke up.
They're still going
They're
strong.
still-
They're playing.
they're still- okay.
They're playing. It's called Halloween at Beat Kitchen. It's like Townsend's like headliner show that they're doing at Beat Kitchen on
Halloween.
this Saturday, the 23rd, same day as Arabella show. Shout out, 2 shows. Whatever.
Man,
Shameless,
hey,
shameless
Hey,
plugs.
everyone.
Go to both.
Yeah. I want to thank my parents. So, what the hell were we talking about?
I don't. You were talking
Low
about
Country.
You
Oh,
were
that's
talking about
right.
Low Country Tonson.
No, so I was in a band, not a band. We were in like a messenger group, and I had messaged Jimmy to do it, and then that's right around the time you joined Tragic Figures. So you were like, "Nah, son."
Yeah, it was literally. I was like, "Yo, this is really bad timing," but I just got asked to play in this band now.
Straight up, was like 3 weeks prior to that. He was
Yeah.
like, "Dude, I want to play guitar in a band."
yeah, because
so
I had been
bad."
struggling to like find a band. Like I started some projects with guitar that just fell through or whatever, and I really wanted to just finally get my feet wet playing guitar in a band. And they're close friends of mine too, so naturally hit me up, and I was like, yeah, for sure. But like you were saying, shit was like 3 weeks after that, so that
Yeah.
fizzled out real quick, and I was like, yeah, bro, sorry about that. Maybe another time.
Yeah,
You know.
so-
fast forward to now, and you know, that came together, and I was like, dude, this song is right
not
away.
playing
Right
guitar.
away, I was like, yo, this song is fucking like catchy as shit, and it's just the demo. Like, if a demo's catchy, like if you got the demo catchy, man.
Yeah.
If you got a good demo of it, it's like, and the crazy part is it wasn't even anything fancy of a demo. It was just
No, it was like
you know,
guitar,
it was like
bass. It was like one
Yeah.
guitar track,
yeah,
bass,
it wasn't
drum, and
anything
then
fancy, but it was just
me just
caught my
whining over the
attention,
top.
you know?
Garage band.
Yeah, I was like, yeah,
It was a
this-
garage band,
Some
yeah.
some good early 2000s emo shit,
Yep.
man.
But it just
Bringing
came
back to the MySpace
It like
days.
came together so smoothly. Like we just all got together. Once we had Tim, we like met up for like a band date, and everybody just clicked immediately. And
Oh yeah, we went bowling.
we went bowling.
Did you
all
guys
got
hold
to
hands
We
too?
just got drunk
Yeah.
and started bowling.
Yeah, we just like hung out. Everybody clicked, and then like a month and a half later, we were in the studio, and everything just like came together with Distress Call, and we were like, "Yo, this is fucking sick! Like, this is really coming together." So we were like, let's write some more, and everything just as it came out was like, dude. Cool.
Sick.
Like this was like when you're just writing shit together with your friends and it's coming out way better than you anticipated.
Yep.
And we were just kind of like, dude, let's keep going with this. So, now we've got 2 songs that are going through hopefully the final round of mixing.
Yes. Hopefully.
We are
Shout out to our boy Andre.
yeah,
Killing it.
Andre crushing it on the mixes. But we've got like 2 more songs now, fully written.
Andre.
Milo Sevic from
Sorkai.
yeah, formerly
Okay.
McKenna, and then
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like Andre. I wonder if it's the Andre I'm thinking of. And it
Probably.
is.
Beautiful
only
locks.
Andre.
Yeah,
Okay.
Beautiful locks.
He's got
Oh my
and
God, I'm
he's
so jealous.
Hair
he's
for
been on the
days.
podcast.
Oh, yeah?
they were
Hell yeah.
they were on the podcast last year, or maybe it was earlier
do
this
remember
year.
that.
It was before they changed their name.
Yeah.
they had that legal
Oh man.
trouble with
I know how
with
that
the
goes.
name. What's been your experience with?
My band Tragic Figures, right as I was joining the band, used to be called Love Language.
Okay.
I still love
that
that
name,
name,
too.
dude.
Our group chat's still fucking Love Language. But there's a band called The Love Language, and they sent like
A cease and
said-
desist.
yeah, and they were really nice about it until the very end. They said they hit me with some, not me. They hit like. I bet you thought that by removing the you would be safe, like with using the name.
Haha, let alone you are not.
Let alone
like that sounds like something like
Yeah.
a 90s cartoon.
fucking
villain.
1,000 like yeah, dude. Yeah.
Let's see. There's some people joining us here. Chris Nutting.
Yo!
Oh my god.
Whoa!
Sorry, that's our boy,
Oh
man.
my god.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I just,
Chris.
I just blew
Chris
the fucking
He says Chris Nutting says hello from Nashville
hell. Yeah, that's
or
our boy,
Knoxville.
man.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Knoxville, not
That's
Nashville.
our homie, man.
And then Amanda Copeland.
Oh, I completely forgot
she-
to. She told me to tell her when this was happening.
Yeah,
I
well,
completely forgot.
she's
Sorry about that,
watching
Amanda.
on Twitch, and she's like, "Let me see you guys slam that pizza." And I was gonna say, you guys are slamming that pretty hard right now.
Yeah, I'm
so.
like showing restraint. Honestly, I could probably clear that whole thing. No,
There's like 2 plates already.
we got Taylor Sears in the house.
Hey!
shout out one time.
And here you go. Aaron
I feel like
or
we should
Ari
plug-
and Allie. It says, "Who's that hottie in the middle?"
That's my girlfriend.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you
Damn,
go.
somebody likes you.
Put me on
Yeah.
blast right now.
And, David Bishecki
Bishki.
Bishki says, "Screw the love language."
He plays drums in Tragic Figures.
Ah,
my boy
so
Nuts.
that would be why.
Shout out to the group chat.
Shout out nuts.
But
You know who you are.
But yeah, no one. I hope that the next time I'm watching someone's live stream, someone gets as excited just now as they got excited for
Yeah, that
Chris
was-
Nutting. Was that you, Arnley?
No,
No, it was,
that
oh, it
was
was
this guy
Jimmy.
right
I
down
couldn't.
here.
It
That's our
happened so
homie.
quickly. I
It was so loud.
Sorry.
clip into the max.
That's one of our best friends, man. We were
How did
we were
you-
at his wedding, stuff like that.
How
That's
did you
our homie.
meet? Did you meet Chris in Knoxville,
oh,
or was he
man.
originally
drank
from
a lot
here?
of PBRs together.
Yeah.
A lot
You
of
met Chris
PBRs.
probably in high school, right?
Is-
Yeah.
I hope
I-
Chris is drinking one right now.
You
I
better be.
unfortunately have no idea who Chris,
Chris,
is.
you better.
What's up, dog?
He
I'm
sang.
sorry,
he
man.
sang.
Aw. Hey,
he sang in a
I
band
don't
called.
know either. So
He sang in a band that I was in called Syriana. He has a beautiful voice.
Oh, damn. I'm so sorry.
I wish he would serenade me every day. To be
Man, I
honest.
wish he was in the Neverafter.
Right? Yeah, dude, come take my place.
Me and Arnley actually started a band with him called Steady Steady back in like 2011. That was really fun. It was short-lived.
Apparently, it wasn't steady enough.
It was not
No.
steady. It was not steady.
Rocky.
But it was fun.
Damn. Never
Pat
had
was in that
before.
too. It's like three. It was like half of Neverafter, three fifths.
We've all
of
just been in
Neverafter.
every band.
Yeah.
Actually,
yeah.
yeah.
Pretty much.
It sounds like it. But have they all been on more of like the harder side of music?
For me,
And
yeah.
For me,
I know
too,
for
yeah.
Connor.
Steady wasn't.
Oh yeah,
It
that
was
steady
indie.
was steady for me was like the first like not heavy thing that I had done personally. But
Me and
now-
Pat were in a band called The Born Ready.
Yeah.
That was like
That sounds
pop
familiar.
all-time lowish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Born
That sounds very.
Yeah.
That does sound very all-time lowish.
Right?
Totally does. More of that like pop rock.
It was very
Sound.
That was like 2010, 11ish area.
Well, that's when that was
Damn,
like
Booming,
I
yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
it was earlier than that, man. Damn.
Well, when I
time
was in
flies.
it-
10
Yeah.
years.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Connor, we were talking about Star of the Arts, and I haven't seen you post any episodes. Have you put
Yeah.
out any episodes of Star of the Arts
Not
recently?
yeah, right, dude. Not recently. It's because this.
Because of the
this
Never-
is like
yeah.
taking up
The
like, all of my
Neverafter.
time, and I was literally thinking about that today. I looked at the page and I was like, Jesus, this has been, I don't know how many months it's been. It's been a couple months, but yeah, no, I just I haven't had time. There was this band. I like you were saying with technical problems. I'm the king of technical problems. I should just be Connor Technical Problems Reynolds. And
That you can rent that?
yeah,
Oh, man,
I'll trademark that. I'll just get rid of that. But yeah, no, I've just kind of been on a hiatus with the podcast. It's not dead or anything like that. It's just I've just got so little time. I've just got like absolutely no time. So I'm gonna start it. Like I'm gonna start it back up here once I get everything down to a little bit more of a flow. Once we kind of figure out, like we haven't even rehearsed yet as a band, so we're still trying to figure out like our rehearsal schedule. And once we kind of get like that schedule squared away, and then I can get my Arabella schedule squared away, which is Arabella's schedule is pretty squared. So, once everything kind of settles down, hopefully here in the next couple of months, maybe after the holidays, I'll be able to get the podcast back on track.
Nice, man.
It's
Damn,
just
that's so close.
I know, right?
The holidays? Yeah, I know. I mean, it's
Isn't
Halloween.
October almost over?
It is, and we're halfway through it. It's
20th?
October 20th
It
already.
literally started like last week.
It feels
Halloween
like
is like next weekend. That means.
So what are you
fucked
guys
up.
gonna be for Halloween? Now that we're bringing that up, let's talk All Hallows Eve.
All right. I know what
I
I'm
have
doing.
no
I
idea.
know you guys.
I know what
I
I'm
have
gonna
no
be.
idea.
I know.
What are you gonna be, Connor? You not? Is it a secret?
Me?
Is it a
Wait, he
surprise?
was gonna tell first. Jimmy,
Oh.
you
Oh, I didn't say I was gonna go first. I just said I know.
Oh,
well, you spoke first.
Yeah.
Sorry. I figured that.
So I'm gonna be a bong.
so does that mean I'm gonna be able to? Are you gonna be a functioning bong?
I was
to
thinking
where-
about it'd probably be pretty easy
where
to
I
make it
can-
functioning. Like it'd probably be pretty easy.
Well,
You
I
gonna
guess
have,
it
like, water?
depends.
I'm gonna.
So, yeah, I was just gonna say, how does that part?
Sloshing
How does that
around.
part work?
I mean, if you think about it, you can make a bong with like a can. So realistically,
I've never done it. Like,
yeah,
so
I
you're
mean, I
gonna have
wouldn't
to.
advise it.
You're gonna. Yeah, it doesn't work well, bro.
Yeah, I wouldn't advise it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna.
I would imagine because you gotta light it somewhere, and I bet you probably it heats up the aluminum.
Yeah,
and your
it
hand
might not
probably,
be a safe idea.
I was gonna say I could just see getting my
Light it on
hand
fire.
burnt.
Yeah,
in that
it's like high
process.
school.
Yeah,
It's like what you do.
yeah. Don't
not
try
in
that
20
at home, kids.
Yeah. So I'm gonna. If I could figure out a way to make it functioning, I'm gonna. But
So
first things first, I'm just gonna get the costume set.
I was gonna say, have you made it yet, or is there a
No.
costume that you
bet
can
you
buy
can find
online?
No, you could buy them online, but it's honestly, I mean, I'm just gonna grab like some poster board from Joanne Fabrics, some sort of fake plant that resembles
The
it.
girl Joanne got it all.
Yeah,
covered on
exactly.
the
Like
threads,
all I
dude.
need is like some poster board, cut some armholes in it. My sister, who's really like good at making costumes, is gonna help me out. I should probably start it soon though, since it's next weekend.
I'm seeing.
I love how you looked at your watch.
I'm seeing like.
I had to
blu-
check the date.
I'm seeing blunt costumes. I'm trying.
Yeah,
to
I've seen that
see-
before.
Blunt
I was either that or
costumes.
like a baggie, like a baggie. That
baggie.
one would be easy too.
Oh yeah, there's a baggie.
Yeah.
Well, that's beer. That's not.
That would be a good one too. That would be a good one too.
That's-
It's either that, or I was talking to my sister yesterday and being about being Stay Puft. But
Balls to the wall,
Ah.
Jimmy. Don't slow down. Just go.
yeah, well, that's like last resort. If I just like if it fails miserably, just go buy it at Target real quick.
There you
fine.
go.
That's fair.
Last resort.
Yeah,
Last resort.
Yeah.
Gotta have plans. You gotta back up plans.
you definitely
never
do.
know.
But if you,
But I feel like I can make it easily. So
I mean, I feel like if you are. I know I'm trying not to laugh either. Now I'm thinking it could help you out I think if you end up making your own, you should definitely make a video, the whole thing of you making this thing. You could probably put that on TikTok and make that go viral, but make sure you use the Neverafter.
Just wear like
We
a
could do like a
Music.
series
Good
of
idea,
what we could
actually.
do a series of who's doing what for their costumes, and everyone has to take a video.
Oh man, mine's just a
Yo.
pickle ones. It's a pickle.
You're a
Pickle Rick?
pickle?
Pickle Rick?
It's a pickle onesie that is it's like a cock-a-doodle-doo. It's a
Oh,
cowboy with a little
yes,
tiny,
yes.
with a little tiny cowboy hat that's just stitched on top. I wore it to your
Yeah,
to
yeah.
your party. Yeah, I look.
We already
fucking
had a
ridiculous in
Halloween
that
party,
thing.
kind of. Well, we already went to a Halloween party.
Already.
Did
Last
you?
month.
Is that the one that you wore?
Last
It
month.
is what I wore. No one knew. No one knows what it is because you have to really look at it to be like,
So you're a
What the-
pickle cowboy?
are you a booger in a vest? What the hell is that?
I
It's
don't
like
remember
nobody
you
knows.
It's
wearing
one
that.
long booger.
Be like,
Just a
that's-
booger, man.
Oh God. Let's see.
What are you thinking about being? You got
nothing.
Yeah,
He's gonna be
Arnley.
Roman- I got
Arnley,
He's gonna
speak
be
up,
Roman
man.
Reigns. He's gonna be Roman Reigns.
got nothing. That's
Acknowledge,
what I really
acknowledge
wore.
him.
Acknowledge Roman.
I
Reigns.
already- I already
Who's
did that.
Roman Reigns?
He's
I'm sorry.
a
I'm
pro
gonna-
He's a
wrestler.
wrestler.
Ah,
You're,
okay.
Don't worry, I'm not in the wrestling.
we're
Oh,
all
you're
into
not.
wrestling.
Okay,
We,
so I'm
we,
not
we
alone.
dressed up at a like an early Halloween party last month.
It was
as-
in case COVID hits Halloween party.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, you know, it
That's
happens.
literally what it was.
Yeah, it happens. I know last year one of our friends that was going to come trick or treating with my family and I got COVID, so they weren't able to come. They weren't able to come with. It ended up being one of those false positives, though.
Yeah.
Thank God. Because she or maybe she just didn't have any symptoms. I don't know what it is, but
He literally just made some
What-
weird
No,
noise.
It sounded like
No.
a fart, dude.
I
I
don't
thought he
think-
farted
I
real
said-
quick.
say,
Oh wow!
I don't
because
think-
like I said,
I don't
said,
think that's a fart. Although I think I've got a fart sound effect. I could.
Oh, damn! There
Now,
it is.
now see that
was not-
sounded
yeah.
that sounded real. Whatever that
Real
was
adult,
there.
it
real
was
adult
real.
over here.
Yeah.
yeah, because it was real.
I
got shit in
mean-
my pants.
I mean, you know,
Do
you
have
gotta
a-
do what
Do you have a bathroom?
you gotta. You gotta
Spare
do what you gotta
drawers.
do.
Oh my God.
There you.
That was all.
Damn, that's a
And
good
we're
one.
down to like
That's the
zero
booty. That's the
people
booty
watching this.
trumpet, dude.
Nobody. Everyone's like,
There's still some. There's still some people here. In fact, we should check in with them. Let's see. Amanda checking back in. She says, "Distress call is great. Proud of you guys. Can't wait to see what else is in store."
we're breaking up. That's it. This is the only
That's
song.
it.
One
That's
hit, one
the-
hit.
Yep. And she also has a new merch idea for you guys. She says, "Booger in a vest T-shirts."
Oh,
Not sure.
There it goes.
That could be
You
good.
know.
Booger in a vest T-shirts.
I don't know. When I think of like
Pickle Rick
I,
style.
you know what I picture, and I know he's not a booger, but what's the ghost name from Ghostbusters?
Oh yeah,
Slimer?
Slimer.
Slimer?
I was about to say
Slimer, yeah.
Casper.
Yeah. I
Oh
always
my god.
no, not Casper. Silly. But I always think of him because to me he looks like a booger.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
it's-
pretty much.
I was confused
looks
for
like
that
the-
high C guy.
He looks like the phlegm
see
the
that.
phlegm
Yeah,
thing
actual
from the
phlegm.
Mucinex commercials.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking
Yes, he
about?
does.
Yes.
He looks like the phlegm thing from the Mucinex
does.
Straight up.
commercials.
Hey, maybe
Oh
he's
my
living a double
gosh.
life, man.
I mean, he might
He could
be.
make a living somehow, man. He's like, yeah,
could
sorry, I
be.
gotta do this.
I,
Yeah,
sm-
you
I,
gotta pay those bills, you know.
I smell a lawsuit. You know, the creators of Ghostbusters could go after
man.
the Mucinex.
Yeah, because they need it.
that
They,
song.
they absolutely
that
do.
song goes hard,
yeah.
by the way.
Well, that new speaking of Ghostbusters, that new movie looks incredible.
Oh my gosh.
It's
yeah, I
it's 'cause
can't
Paul
wait.
Rudd's in it.
It's
Yeah.
Paul Rudd's in
Is
it.
it
It's
really?
gonna be
Yeah.
a
Oh,
good
yeah.
one.
I didn't know it was.
Yeah.
The man, the myth,
Yeah.
the real legend. He's
The
in it.
last one I saw was the one
But it's
with
like
all girls.
it's like the rest
Yeah.
of no. Obviously, not all of them are gonna be back. But is any of the original cast coming?
Yeah,
back to that?
Bill
I'm assuming
and,
Bill, right? Gotta have Bill.
I think. Well, I think Dan. Yeah, I think Dan Aykroyd. I think all of them except for
'Cause one of them died,
obviously.
right?
Yeah.
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 Damn.
Harold Ramis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
he
who it
was
is.
he was so good.
He was the glue.
Yeah, he really was. He was. A lot of people don't realize, but he was an incredible director as well. He directed one of my favorite Bill Murray movies, and that's Groundhog Day. That was a Harold.
really?
That was a Harold Ramis directed movie,
I'm
and
sure
I think
there's-
Stripes was actually directed by Harold Ramis too. I could be wrong, but I think he
Makes sense. He's in that.
directed.
Right?
He's in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he directed the Ghostbusters movies though, that I know of. So
Casper directed that shit.
I mean, it would only make sense,
Yeah.
you know. Got to be an equal opportunity
Yeah,
employer. I mean, it's a movie about ghosts, you know.
You
Like
can't- no,
it'd be like
What better director to have
than
you know?
Casper.
Like he knows
my
best.
God.
man.
He knows what's scary.
Casper knows.
Can
best,
you
like
imagine
said.
Casper being the director and fighting over like some of those more scary scenes in the movie, being like, "Look, guys, this is, you know, this is too scary."
Yeah,
Like-
guys, we can't have
Like
this.
you know,
This-
like the
this is really
scene,
fucked up.
the scene where Dana sits down on her chair in her apartment. All of a sudden, that arm just comes out of the
Yeah,
chair and
yeah.
just freaking puts their hand over her face. You know, that I mean, as a kid, that terrified me, but it doesn't now. But
He's like, I just want to let everyone know, like,
just
I'm not cool
now.
now.
I
Everything's
will
fine.
say though, I am a scaredy cat. I assume you guys like scary movies.
Hell no.
Yeah, no,
I hate them.
dude,
I hate
see,
them.
I'm right there with you.
See,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I hate them.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
I hate them for the most part, but I've been
hate those
last couple
jump
years I've been
scares.
watching them a little bit more. But
The jump
for the-
scare. I'm literally
those.
the stereotypical guy that's sitting in the movie theater with a tub full of popcorn, and one of those jump scares, and it just and the popcorn flies everywhere because
everybody, my
I get like it's happened to me 2 or 3 times. We were watching a scary movie in the movie theater, you know.
I
So.
can't. I think the last scary movie that I just thought was like needlessly jumpy. It's a. Do you remember that Sinister movie?
Oh,
So
I don't
Never
think I ever
seen it.
saw that
wasn't
one.
that like a part of like the
Thankfully.
Insidious series?
maybe I don't know, but it's literally about this like deity that he takes over the family of like this failed writer. Oh Jesus! Sorry, everybody.
It's the beer.
rude.
Beer and a half deep.
PBR.
Perfect. Hey, I leaned away from the mic at least.
Didn't
It's
sound
fine.
like it, bro.
It won't come over the air. It won't come over the airways.
We can edit that out.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, we're leaving that in.
Jamie, can we dump that, please? Can we pull that up, Jamie? What was I saying?
You were talking about the plot for Sinister.
Oh, yeah, that's right. No, at the very end of it, they have like it's like zooming into this box. It's all quiet, and then for like literally no fucking reason at all, the monster, the demon, just shows his face, like, comes to the camera really quick, like out from the side, like this, just like bop, and then movie ends. And I was like, you like literally didn't need to do that. Like that's like a comical, like somebody put on a mask, is like ha, just like boom, movie ends. I thought it scared the shit out of me, and like I think I was more angry that it happened than anything because I was
Almost
like,
cheated.
that's
You
ridiculous.
almost got cheated.
I was like,
almost.
why'd you put that in there? That's-
You know what movie scared me though? Paranormal Activity.
Yo,
I
straight
thought
up,
that shit was
straight
real.
up.
Flat out.
I couldn't. I watched
Flat
the first one.
out.
A friend in high school made me go watch it, and
I could never sleep.
yeah, dude, I slept with the lights on for like 2 weeks straight,
This is on
facing
camera.
the wall.
I
'cause did
slept
not
in
wanna
my
see
parents'
anything.
room. Slept
Yeah?
in my parents' room
Oh my
that
God.
night. Dog, it was like 2:00 in the morning, and I'd seen it with like a bunch of friends that night because it came out.
Wait, yeah, you were how old?
Dude, I was a teenager. I was in high school when this came out.
Yeah.
And I was like laying in bed, and I had a bunch of track medals on my like the headboard.
Yeah.
And they just kept like hitting, lightly tapping like the
Oh,
like,
no.
headboard,
That shit sounds
and I just
creepy.
laid there petrified, like awake, like holy
Coming for you,
shit.
bro.
Like, and I got up, I grabbed a sleeping bag and my pillow, and I walked to my parents' room, and I had to sit there because not only was there a fucking demon in my room, and I had to deal with that, but I also had to like swallow my pride and be like, dude, you just gotta get up and walk right in your parents' room and tell them what's up.
No one will know.
Tell
No
them,
one will ever have to
tell
know.
them what's
They'll
good.
never know. They'll never know.
I straight up like marched right into my parents' room, and I was like, Dad, you gotta wake up. And I shook my dad awake. I had to tell him. I was like, Dad,
There's a demon in my room.
I was like,
It's like, son, you're 14 years old.
16. Correction.
16.
I was
16.
16.
Worse.
16.
I straight up 16, and I was like, hey, I know I'm gonna catch shit for this for the rest of my life, but I'm gonna sleep in here, and I'm really scared. And then I laid at like the foot of their bed and slept. Yeah, I was. I
Wow.
could drive.
That movie was.
dude.
I
the
Hey.
first
license.
one was very scary.
I didn't see the first one, but I saw one of the other
Oh,
ones.
if you've seen one, you've seen them all.
That was the
For
first
sure.
one.
And
The
They're all
first
the
one
same
did that to
thing.
me.
Yeah.
Because it says based on a true story right in the
yeah,
beginning.
but then after the
But
first
is
one,
it?
then it gets like
no,
it ruins it.
Steven Spielberg rewrote the ending. That was all bullshit. They probably.
They all
Dude,
had.
how many
IMDb
do they have
Wait,
now?
that
They
wasn't
have-
a Steven Spielberg
There's like
film,
4
was
or
it?
5.
No,
Dude,
it wasn't.
it's
What
still
happened
going.
was-
There's a new
Wait,
one, I think,
hold
coming
on.
out.
There's
There's an All
I
right,
think so.
You said Steven Spielberg.
Yeah,
he wasn't
so-
involved with it.
No.
Yes, he
There's
was.
no
Swear to
way.
God, Jamie,
All right,
No
what's
way.
up?
Come on,
We're gonna
man.
fact
Swear to
check right now.
Come
I-
on, man.
There's
If I'm
no
wrong,
way.
damn. But
That's
like,
how rumors
I'm
get
pretty
started,
sure...
bro. You say shit like that,
No,
and
listen,
it spreads.
We got a rumor mill.
Wait, let him speak his piece.
So, this Paranormal Activity was shown at an indie film festival.
I think
and
Casper was in it,
Spielberg,
too.
yeah, starring Casper the Ghost. Spielberg saw it and was like, "Let me rewrite the ending." So Spielberg rewrote the ending where she like eats the camera or whatever at the very end of the first
Oh,
one.
I remember that shit.
And
Yep.
that was all Spielberg did. He didn't like direct it or
Okay.
anything. He just thought the movie was dope, but he was like, "Hey, I think this could end differently." And I think one of the alternate endings is the actual ending that was really filmed. I don't remember what it was,
Okay.
but like I'm pretty sure Spielberg wrote that.
Man, I can't believe it was. I didn't realize it was so long ago. It was 2007.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Woo.
that's how.
Did he have a hand in it, or am I totally
I'm-
wrong with that?
I'm trying to see. I'm on IMDb right now.
Oh God.
Okay, here. Oh no, listen. Steven Spielberg convinced filmmakers to change the original ending.
Damn,
All right,
I guess you're
all
not
right.
a rumor mill.
So
All right.
Alright.
No, I don't even know who that is. I'm not
so,
that guy.
So you were
Rumor
right.
mill?
So that, but that was like you said, that was it.
yeah, that's all I
That,
did.
it was just a, you know.
He just like saw it and was like, "Yo, this is gonna scare the fuck out of people."
He's like,
Put in
yeah,
one
you
jump
need to.
scare.
He's like, yeah, you
That's all
need to
it
do
was.
this. Yeah.
The rest of the movie is fucking jumpy enough, man.
Dude, the part where she's like standing at the foot of her bed,
Oh no,
like,
the one
with
that,
camera.
the one that I always
Uh-oh.
remember when I think of that movie that gives me creeps is when they put the baby powder like so that like
"Oh, you see the
and you see the footprints. Oh hell
yeah.
no!
I was
dude.
like,
that shit had me
"What?"
fucked up.
Yeah, I didn't
man.
like that at all. My 16-year-old girl body was just like, no.
Well, the scariest part
That
about
was
it is
just
that you
a-
see
a-
everything, but you don't see what it
chunk.
is until
But
the end.
didn't they
So
have,
like it
hooves,
leaves it.
too? It
Yeah,
wasn't even,
yeah.
like, feet. It was like
Well,
hooves.
yeah, dude. Demons, bro. They're not just
What?
fucking
Humans,
humans.
yeah.
Fucking-
No, and then she has,
it's fucking Bambi in the room, dude.
she has a bite mark on her
Oh, that's
side,
right,
remember?
yeah,
She gets like
yeah.
a bite mark on her side.
Yeah.
That movie creeped me out. Dude.
Yup. Maybe I did watch the second one though. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Second
But
one.
still,
It was like the third or fourth one that I saw. So you
After
know,
the first one, it was
There's like 10 of them now.
I don't.
Activity Resurrection.
I think I honestly, I honestly think there's just 4.
I
just out
thought
here
I
making
saw
crazy
something coming out.
claims.
That's gonna be. It's like the same series, but it has like a different word following Paranormal Activity something.
There's
Wow.
a there's a new one coming out. But
Yeah.
it's like Origin or some shit. It's like
Oh, of course.
The
there's
origin.
Always
What
origin.
the fuck?
let's go back to the
How the
beginning.
what are they gonna show us? Like the person who lived in like a house? Or something?
Let's see.
they're gonna
New
show-
Paranormal Activity movie announced on Paramount Plus.
Oh, of course. Everything's on Paramount Plus these days.
The
Really?
No, I'm just saying.
Those are, I
Next-
don't even have Paramount Plus.
see, I don't know if this is like an official trailer, but Next of Kin
Oh,
That is it. No,
That
that's
sounds-
it. I saw it.
is that?
He's
okay.
right. That's it.
Yeah. So it says Paranormal Activity 7. I didn't think there
Holy
was,
7?
I
shit!
didn't think there was 7 though, but regardless it's called
told you it was
Next
up
of Kin. So,
Yeah.
Did you
yeah.
guys ever watch Leprechaun?
Yeah, I thought that was
like my.
silly.
I just saw-
that was my favorite.
I just
thought
saw
that was-
bits I just saw bits and pieces of it,
It was so funny.
you know.
that one.
There was like Leprechaun in the Hood. That
Yeah.
was like the best
Yeah.
one.
Ooh.
dude. Chucky was.
Oh, that's
Mm,
still
I
scary.
love
Chucky
man.
terrified.
You know they
me,
made it into a
dude.
TV series.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, I saw that.
Did they really?
It's so
I
dumb.
don't know how I
though.
feel about that.
Stay
yeah.
away from that.
I just
doll.
know like the last movie they made, wasn't it Mark Hamill that voiced Chucky?
Probably he
I
does
feel like
so
that
many.
sounds.
I thought it was like
He's-
all the same guy for like all of them, wasn't it?
No, not the
Was
very
it Cult of Chucky?
Mark Hamill might be Chucky.
because he's got that good.
You're right.
voice.
Yeah.
So I can see that.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't Mark Hamill.
Yeah, well, he did the
I don't
last
know who it
one.
was.
It was just a couple of years ago.
The one that came out where like he did like it was like the whole Sonic thing where like Chucky didn't look like Chucky and people were pissed.
It was
Oh my god, I forgot about the Sonic thing.
it was called Child. It was just called Child's Play.
Oh, it was the remake.
I guess
Oh.
I guess so.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was 2019. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the one where he's like a robot, right?
Speaking of Chucky, my son
Okay.
2 years ago. Yeah, he was 2 years old. His mom had the idea of having him be Chucky for
Oh,
Halloween.
that is terrifying.
Well, he just he's 2 years old and he's a little redhead kid with a bowl cut.
It's only natural.
You know what's even funnier, and I don't have video of this, but gosh, I wish I did. Just picture a little 2-year-old going house to house, kind of running from house to house
The exact same
with
height.
a dagger in his
And
hand.
Chucky would be, and you're like, oh my
Yeah.
God, what the So that's my kid.
It was just so funny to see this little. He's just running down the sidewalk with a little dagger in his hand, and he had the blood stained overalls and everything. I've got pictures of it. It's so great.
That is so
I feel like I remember you posting this actually.
Probably,
now
yeah.
that I
Like I
think
said,
about
it was a couple of years ago. Yeah, it was. Gosh, it was one of the funniest Halloweens ever.
I used to work at Spencer's, and they had the Chucky dolls.
Uh-huh.
And one of my old managers would hide it like strategically throughout the store, like in the backs and shit. So like, you'll just hear someone scream.
It's my 2 weeks
Chucky
right there.
got
I'm
him.
done.
Yeah, Chucky got him.
Amanda says Insidious can eat a dick. That was terrifying. Back to
that was
back
terrifying.
to mentioning Insidious.
Yeah,
I
that
don't know if I
one
ever
I
saw
remember
Insidious.
watching in fear.
Insidious was just like
I-
it had,
Utter
like,
fear.
just
I
weird
think
demons in it.
I think I saw.
shit's
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure I saw Insidious, and yeah, that one did.
They had a lot
did
of jump
scare
scares
me.
in that one.
Yeah. Well, any of those movies where it's like possession based
Yeah.
scare the living hell out
those
of
Dude,
me.
used to creep
yeah.
me
Dude,
out
there's
too.
so many.
Those are
like
more scary to me than like the slasher films.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, like,
Absolutely.
But there's so
no
many.
offense, but like Michael Myers chasing me. I mean, the man's slow. I'm not. I'm no athlete.
By now, he's
But-
probably like.
But no, he's always like walking or like
get
like
over
they're always
this
just walking. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
can't you run? Can't you run, man?
Well, they know that the person's
That's
gonna
not my
trip.
joke. That's
or,
not my joke.
do-
by the
yeah,
way.
they're gonna trip or but
Trip on his knife.
I
Stab
for the
himself.
very first time I don't know, a couple weeks ago, or maybe it's been a month already, I watched Rosemary's Baby,
Oh,
What's
and
that? I don't know
I've
if
never
I've
seen that.
it's from the late '60s,
Oh, okay.
and it's fucked up if you've never seen it. Like the story, like it's not like it's obviously from the late '60s, so it's it's not like today's movies where it could be like spookier, but for its time, it's pretty, it's scary for that time. But just the storyline itself is just messed up.
well, 'cause
So,
back then
I'm not gonna give it
back-
away if you
yeah,
haven't
but like,
seen
well,
it,
back
but-
then, I mean, just thinking of other scare movies that, of course, you can't do. I mean, back then they didn't have
There's no
crazy
special
effects.
effects.
Yeah, like back then it was all you had to worry about. Like
all
you had to
tomato
get
juice
you had to
and-
get sucked into the story to not.
It's got to be a good story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, I
very
was,
true.
I was watching the that shows that made us show on Netflix. There's a new series for like it's like all like Halloween thrillers, horror movies from like 80s, 90s, stuff like that. And they have one about Halloween. I didn't even realize it, but but Halloween 1, there's no blood. There's no blood.
I guess I never realized that
There's
either.
no blood, but that
I've
movie's
honestly-
still fucking terrifying. There's no blood in.
I've
in
only
that
seen
movie.
it once.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen Halloween.
Never seen
I don't
Halloween,
think
the
so.
original.
I don't think so.
It's for me.
Because
It's
obviously
one of those.
there's the remake with Rob
right.
Zombie.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's one of those
Dude,
movies.
I feel like his movies were fucked up too.
Dude,
Yeah.
The House of 1,000 Corpses
Yeah,
and
like
what's the
Devil's
other one?
Rejects.
Devil's Rejects. Yeah, those
Yeah,
are
dude.
terrifying. Those are.
Dude, yeah.
I haven't seen the last few that he's done though. Like, what was it, 31 or something?
I thought he said he just started film. Like
Yeah, he is.
they just started like shooting.
He was
He's
supposed to do like a
doing one, or,
remake.
like,
He's
he was
doing
doing
the
like-
Monsters, or
He's-
no?
Oh,
not the
yeah,
Monsters.
Monsters, yeah, it was
He's
the
working on the
Monsters.
Monsters
There's a-
right now,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's a I believe it's a TV show.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a movie. I think it's
He
actually
posted
a
like
TV.
a photo
A
of
photo.
like the cast.
And I thought it was interesting that they show Grandpa Munster, and
He's got some mad eyebrows, man. I
well,
love it.
he had mad eyebrows
Yeah,
in the
but not-
original.
yeah.
So whether
Kinda jealous.
so if you're familiar with what the original Grandpa Munster looked like, he didn't have a mustache.
Right.
But
Does he have a
Rob
mustache
Zombie,
in it?
but
Yeah.
Rob Zombie's version does.
Yeah.
And that's what I was like, wow, that's weird, that's different. But I'm like, whatever. I mean, we haven't even seen even a clip.
Right.
Of,
Was that all
what
it
this
takes
is
to
gonna
make
be
someone
like.
creepy? Just put a mustache on there?
no, it did. Well, the Munsters, Munsters is more like It's more like fun.
Yeah, more just
Yeah.
like a goth family.
Yeah. So I'm not. I would
Goals.
I would
With
imagine.
one human daughter.
Yeah. Well, actually,
Frankenstein?
that's a
No, what's his name?
the human
Was that-
daughter. She's like a cousin.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I just remember one human in it.
Yeah.
And
And
everyone else
the
is
whole
like-
thing is like the whole Munster family is they look ugly to us, but then there's Marilyn, who is absolutely gorgeous, but they
Oh, that's
say she
right.
looks ugly because she doesn't look like them.
Oh, God.
She doesn't
yeah.
look like a monster. I always thought that was funny. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see
Yeah.
how the Munsters, the Rob Zombie version looks. I'm very, very fascinated to see how it turns out.
Yeah.
But
Definitely going to be rated R.
well, it's supposed to be a
mean, it might
TV
be.
show, so I don't
Right,
know how
so
you can make a
how-
TV show
yeah.
rated R. But
Rated MA.
Unless it's
Or
on,
whatever
like,
it is,
HBO.
MA.
HBO Max.
Yeah, it's
I don't.
HBO.
Is it on HBO? I can't
Maybe.
remember. I'm sure it's
I
on
could see
one
it.
of those. Yeah,
Like sci-fi.
something.
They
like
got a streaming
that.
service?
No, but they
Probably.
Sci-fi
TV.
Plus?
Dude, everyone. Sci-fi is probably a part of one of the
Oh,
other.
yeah, true.
all
True.
You know,
We're coming
but-
out with a streaming service next week, dude.
Hey, you just invented a streaming service
you go.
for sci-fi.
Sci-fi Plus.
Oh man, I should probably before we continue any further, already got so we got so wrapped up talking about horror movies,
know.
but I
Everything other than music.
I gotta give our sponsors another big shout out, and
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Pop Punk Takeout. So let me show you. So they just sent me a another
Oh, shit.
another box.
More pizza?
Yeah.
Oh, it
It's
comes in
a
box?
pizza. Yeah, it's a pizza
Oh.
takeout box.
Sick.
Looks
That
like
is
that,
awesome.
guys. And so this is what can come to your door. So they've got a pizza box version like this, and then there's also one that looks like the Chinese
Yeah.
That's sick.
takeout box like that, this is the more expensive one, and the Chinese box one is the less expensive one. So it's kind of like they've got options for every budget
Yeah.
kind of thing. And they sent me this awesome pop punk takeout T-shirt.
I want that.
So
Yeah. I want that too.
pretty rad, right? And then inside
Classic marketing.
they sent me a Smart Punk Records koozie because they work with Smart Punk a lot.
Punk is still
Damn.
around.
Yeah,
Shout
yeah,
out to
they're
Smart
they're
Punk, man.
they're actually doing really well. They're signing new bands. In fact, they one of the bands they signed recently was Rationale from
Oh,
Chicago. And then there's this blueberry habanero. It's hot sauce.
What?
Dude.
Yeah.
That sounds so
It's-
tasty.
Yeah, check that out.
Yeah, should we take
It
a
looks
shot?
very yeah. Let's all take shots of hot
Whoa.
sauce. Yeah. And then there's a bunch of really cool stickers in here from all kinds of awesome bands from all over the country. Cities Never Sleep. We have
I feel heavy.
Last Letters. Always Grounded. That's a great one. Kings of the Wild Things. And 408. And then here we go. It's a pizza cutter.
Dude.
That's
And it's
fucking
a
sick.
smart punk
Oh, man.
pizza cutter.
That's
Wow,
fucking
that
sick.
is actually really smart.
We actually didn't need that tonight since we ordered pizza, but
Yeah, no,
and-
we're good.
yeah. So just and an Always Grounded CD.
Oh, nice.
Sick.
Yeah. So this is just kind of like an example. Oh, and there's another CD. I completely forgot there was two of them in here. This one is Good Enough Local Violence. So it's just kind of a sample of
Sounds
what
angry.
it does. So it's just kind of a sample of what you can get every single month if you get a Pop Punk Takeout box. So go to poppunktakeout.com right now, or you can, or actually go there, sign up, and then also follow them on social media. Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok is at Pop Punk Takeout. So thank you to Veronica and Scott for their continued support.
Let's get that studio audience going,
And
man.
there we go. Yeah.
Check
yeah.
that out. Y'all need to buy that. That shit's dope.
That's right. And in fact, they're going to be on the podcast next month. And it's about time I had them on. So, anyway, And then I think we should probably play a song, huh? What do you think? We should probably play Distress Call, which
Play
is
the
your
song.
Snap.
the song,
That's the only one we have.
I was gonna say the
Literally,
debut single, the debut single of the Neverafter. So how do you want to introduce this?
Do it like a wrestler. Cut a promo.
No, I mean like because we're gonna see the video too if you're watching the actual
okay.
video
Okay, right
version
on.
of this podcast. So you're either gonna hear it and see it or both.
Yeah. So I guess, do you want me to talk about it?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
All right.
No, completely avoid it.
Yeah, right? No.
No, I'm gonna tell you about a different song.
Put me on this. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that one. Put me on the spot hard. No, it's, hey, if you've ever been through a rough breakup and ever thought that, it was just, one of the worst things to have ever gone through, and it was written from the perspective of, the person who is feeling, regret over doing what they did, about thinking, about trying to just move in their best interest, but while at the same time, breaking someone's little heart. And so I wrote about a personal breakup that I went through and just kind of channeled a lot of that lyrically. I don't think we really had, a message for the song afterwards, but, I was like, I wanted to kind of come out with a bang. So I thought about, writing about something that, probably everybody can relate to at some point in their life. So, it's a typical breakup song, but at the same time, I think it turned out pretty well. Distress Call.
Okay, beautiful.
This is what I get. The house we built that's made
We didn't spicy. We didn't even get to the hot sauce.
Oh, dude, I didn't
Oh.
even think of that.
Where is
Oh,
it?
no, Amanda wanted us. She said, "Let's see the Neverafter eat habanero hot sauce."
I'm good.
I just think that it's like blueberry and habanero, however it's pronounced. I'm not really sure how
Yeah,
to
I'll just be
properly
Tomato,
pronounce it.
tomato.
Tomato. I mean, it could be
That'll
one of
kill
those
me.
situations. I don't know, but yeah. So there's distress call, and is it? I know you briefly mentioned earlier you're in the process of mixing 2 other singles.
Yeah.
So I mean, and this one literally just dropped. So I imagine it's going to be sometime before the next one does.
So when we
month?
were so when we were talking about doing, how we were going to release the music, whether we are going to release it all up front at once or maybe space it out a little bit. And I've been saying for a while that I think music is going to be released on a much smaller scale but more continuous. So what I wanted to do and what we eventually all ended up doing was just releasing a single every month, but each month with that single have its own like little release with it. So like, we drop like a merch item with the single. We do, a little bit of press for it. We do like a video because Arnley has Sleepwalker, his videography company, which he can talk about here in a second. But you say no? No, screw that. But so we just kind of utilize every opportunity that we have to, put out, music continuously. And so every month we'll release a single up until we get to about, maybe 4 or 5. And then we are right now planning our EP release show for late, or I shouldn't say late, but mid-spring 2022. And
If we have songs written.
yeah. Well, the idea is to have a song a month until like January, February, and then we take about a month or 2 to promote the show, and then we release the whole EP with like 2 like additional songs that people haven't heard yet. So that's, and the whole reason behind that is because the way music is taken in now with streaming, you get things, it's all so readily available. There's no wait time to go to the store and get things or to have to like pay for it on iTunes right there. If you just pay the yearly subscription of like, I don't think it's like $10 for Spotify.
Yeah, I think I pay 12.
Yeah, it's something
I
like
think,
that.
something like that. Yeah.
So now when you drop a full album, what do? You listen to that full album, you binge it, and and then eventually you shelf it and move on to the next thing. If you have somebody else, I'm like shaking the table. If you have like somebody
you're
else
good.
that you really like drops another record, maybe next month or a week later, you're on that and so on. Like, so people's attention spans are so short now, I feel like, with music, with how quickly you can get a hold of it, that the name of the game now has kind of changed to let's kind of go for the long game here and keep ourselves in front of people's faces as much as we can, and by doing that, putting out the one thing they're going to be checking us out for, which is music. So to do that with like a full video and release every time once a month keeps it relevant and keeps people
Fresh.
fresh and kind of focused on like, oh yeah, and it just keeps, you're repeatedly putting yourself in, again, in front of people. And so that's just kind of the goal, to continuously do that. And we have a really good relationship worked out with Andre Milosevic, shout out like 4 times, our producer, who also is Zorkai again. But he does great work, and he's, local. He's really convenient. We can go there for a weekend, cut a whole song, go through a couple of mixes, and we're good to go. So, long game.
Yeah. I think that sounds good. Sounds like a good strategy to me.
Yeah, that's the best one we got.
And also, it takes like what 5, 6, 7 months to write a full album, and then
It
it's out.
can. It just depends.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
all depends. Everyone's different
Yeah,
on how long it takes them.
and it's like dropping like what 5, 6 songs at once. It's just like too much in your face.
That and like you binge the whole thing. You're like, oh man, that's sick, and then you want more from them, but now you have to wait.
Like
a
5,
couple,
6, 7 months.
a couple. Yeah, if you're really on a good timetable like that, or if if you hit like a period where your record's doing really well, and you just go like a year or 2 years or whatever without releasing music.
Well, I feel like when you do, if you're doing an EP or an album release, you just have to find other things that coincide with that release to keep the momentum going.
Yeah.
versus so it's like you either go that route and you find other things to just keep that album living for 6 months to a year or whatever it is,
Yeah.
or you release singles once a month like you're talking about. I just feel like there's just different strategies.
Or you can continuously, do I mean, there's other content things you can do. Like you can do playthroughs, you can do gear rundowns. You can get creative with
right.
it. But
That's what I mean.
you
Like
can only sit on that for so long
Yeah.
before finally you got to put out more music and make. If you don't have, however, whatever your budget is to go cut 5, 6 songs or maybe 10, 11 songs for a full, record. You're kind of just sitting on expired, maybe too harsh of a word, but just kind of like stale almost. Like it's kind of hard to ride that record. I mean, unless it's like
it's easier for more established
Yeah,
artists
absolutely.
to do something. I
especially
would say,
that, yeah.
I'm not saying an artist that isn't established can't do it, but I'm just saying it's usually easier for an artist that's got
We have
some
so much
some
clout.
years.
Yeah, you have so much clout around
Yeah,
you
some
that you
years
can-
under their belt.
Yeah.
You can do that.
I guess you're right. You could redirect that statement and say that it's better for bands to continuously put out music on a more regular basis. Whereas like once you kind of hit that cruising altitude where you're super duper popular and you can wait 2 years and not lose any fans because people are just highly anticipating that. Like,
Yeah.
there's definitely merit to be said for that. I just sort of think that especially when you're clawing your way out from nothing, that to continuously put out content, especially now with the way social media is structured, that's just like the name of the game.
Yeah, and excuse me, it also has to do with obviously quality over quantity.
Yeah.
Keeping that in mind as well. So
Yeah, exactly. Like you can't just put out things to put out. Like it has to be, I mean, we've all heard like bands that you're like, did they even try on this record? Or like,
that's what I thought when I heard Distress Call.
Shots fired.
he's like, straight up, honestly, that song, that whole time we were just listening to it, I wanted to gouge my ears out. That was the worst thing I've ever heard.
I'm totally kidding. Shell City said
Oh.
merch pairings. I'm sure they're talking about as an idea of things that you can do to
Yes.
make things special, make your release special.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
yeah.
Damn, Shell City. I know who that is. Shout out to Shelly.
All right. Well, the Neverafter, Jimmy, Arnley, Connor, and who is not present, Tim,
Pat and
and
Tim.
Pat, of course, Pat and
Yep.
Tim. My apologies.
That's okay.
Well, hopefully, maybe we'll meet them another time.
Yeah, we'll have to
but,
get them down here.
Definitely.
Yeah, but
they're here in spirit.
but you guys approved the Chicago Dough.
Oh,
I
it's
mean,
more than
I-
approved.
I
Yeah, oh,
think we
that's good.
smashed it. Yeah.
2 pieces left,
There you go.
which we will definitely smash.
I was gonna say.
yeah.
Right now.
Anything? I mean, how can people find you on social? What are your handles?
Find us on all socials at the Neverafter Music. I believe that's Twitter, that's
There's
Facebook.
an underscore though, right?
Instagram is
Instagram
the
has-
underscore
yeah.
Never After.
Yeah.
Correct, yeah. And then I think everything else is the Neverafter Music or the Never,
Tw-
right?
Twitter. It's either Never After Music or the
Hold on, we're gonna
underscore
find-
Never
we're gonna
After.
I
type
think
this
it's
up
the-
right now. 'cause
The underscore Never After.
I could
think
have
it's
sworn
the-
we had this. Celebrities have that stuff.
You
cue
can find
cards in
the
front of them.
neveraftermusic.com.
Somebody's calling me.
Everything will be on there.
There you go. Yeah.
Wait, you're not a celebrity?
Twitter's
Or-
Twitter is at the underscore Neverafter, and then Instagram is the exact same thing. Facebook, you can do the same thing as well.
Okay, awesome. Anything else, guys?
No, thanks for everybody for listening and supporting the first release. This is awesome.
I have something I'd like to add real quick.
Yes. What's up?
You know Dave Gomez.
Yes, of course.
He
Oh,
just-
yeah.
He just replied to my story I saw, saying to say hello. So I want to give him a shout out. He beat cancer.
out,
So
Dave.
fuck yeah to him.
Yo, let's
Yes.
get that studio
He
audience
beat
back.
cancer.
That dude is a
Yes.
fucking homie.
Yes.
That dude is a
Dude,
real
fuck yeah.
real motherfucker right there, man.
So
yeah.
Love you, Dave. Thanks for
we,
being
that's definitely something we should bring up in,
you. Yeah,
in
he's
case.
got a show coming
in
up.
ca- yeah, in-
we just plugged that, dude.
I just,
like next
I
weekend?
wish, I
Yeah.
wish there would have been some more time
Right.
around that show to
Yeah.
where I could promote it more on the podcast. But it literally like just came up this last week.
I know. I just saw I saw it start circulating.
Yeah. But
Bottom Lounge, right?
It is at Bottom Lounge. So Dave Gomez, a good friend of Pop Punk and Pizza, he did have cancer. He beat it, but as you know, medical bills, they pile sky high, and no one is a millionaire anymore. There used to be a day where I feel like people actually
Back
had,
in the 90s.
yeah,
90s, yeah, that's-
or way before that, they were able to pay for things, but not anymore. We're just a bunch of peasants now. So there's a benefit show at Bottom Lounge in Chicago. It's happening this Sunday. Starts at 4 p.m. There's an incredible lineup of bands on it. Are you guys aren't a part of that though, right?
No.
But I know Guardrail
No.
is.
Yeah, Guardrail.
Action Adventure is on there. Dave's own project, Summer Curse, is playing.
Oh, that'll be awesome.
Cliffhanger, Rare Candy, Drew Neely, another good friend of the podcast, Bad Planning, Lexi Alvarado, and Michaela.
She's awesome. She's a really
She
good.
is.
She's very talented.
And Michaela Birkland as well. They're all playing, and this all proceeds go to Dave.
Hell yeah.
So this is all happening this Sunday. That's October 24th. So you can go to bottomlounge.com. You can buy tickets there. I'm sure you can get them at the door too.
Yeah.
But I would have loved to have had Dave on the show before the benefit show, but it literally just I think was announced.
Like today.
It was this week.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It might have been yesterday that it was announced. So, but anyway, for those that are in the Chicago area, please show Dave some love and support.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
I'm
you
glad
for
I
that.
checked my watch, man.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit.
Apple Watch has got your back,
Apple
dude.
Watch got the back, man. Shout out.
Plug that watch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we love you, Dave. You're a good dude.
Hell yeah.
Righteous.
So yeah. Anything else besides that? I mean, that's super important. So I'm glad we got that in.
Now keep checking back. We're just gonna keep putting out music. Hope everybody digs it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some new merch.
Some new merch. Yeah, we'll have some new.
I think
Merch and stuff.
I think we just got masks, right?
We did just get masks.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we got
got some
masks.
masks.
Definitely buy merch. That's how we're gonna get more. That's how we're gonna be able to fund things and put out more cool music. So
Because
Cool.
we're broke.
Yeah.
We're all broke.
Always.
Broke
All
bitches.
Very broke.
All right, so follow the Neverafter on social media. You can also follow Pop Punk and Pizza at Pop Punk Pizza Pod on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And our wonderful title sponsors, Pop Punk Takeout, poppunktakeout.com, and Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Pop Punk Takeout. I forgot Pop Punk and Pizza actually has a TikTok too. I created it, but I keep forgetting it exists. But and you guys are on TikTok as well.
We
so
are on TikTok, yep.
so follow all the socials there. You can catch up on previous episodes at poppunkpizzapod.com. You can also buy merch there, and drop us a positive rating and review on Apple Podcasts. Thanks again to the Neverafter for
Thank you.
for
Thank you
being
for
on,
Pleasure, man.
guys.
Thanks for having us.
This
Of
was
course.
awesome.
Yeah, we'll have to do this again sometime.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Hey, hello, it's nice to meet ya. Hey, come in and have a slice of pizza. Hey, hello, it's nice to meet ya.